नमस्ते जजलपा आजको कार्यक्रम हेर्नुभएका सम्पूर्ण महानुभावलाई यस कार्यक्रममा हामी विभिन्न विधाका विषयमा विभिन्न व्यक्तित्वहरूसँग कुराकानी गर्नेछौँ भने आजको एपिसोड भने अलिकति स्पेसल हुनेछ। आज हुन त मैले 2 हप्तामा एकचोटि यो एपिसोड टेलिकास्ट गर्ने गरिरहेको थिएँ, तर आजको चाहिँ हाम्रो एकदमै स्पेसल गेस्टसँग आज हामी कुरा गर्नेछौँ। उहाँको नाम हो मारियल। उहाँ चाहिँ नेपालमा ट्राभल गरिराख्नु भएको हो र आज हामी उहाँसँग नेपालकै बारेमा अलिकति कुरा गर्नेछौँ। आउनुहोस् उहाँलाई स्वागत गरौँ। Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for coming here today.
Thank you for inviting me in your podcast.
So firstly, if you have to introduce yourself, I just said that you are a special guest traveling in Nepal. But if I have to introduce you to our audience, how would it be?
You already said my name, Marielle. I'm from Holland. And I came to Nepal to do the trekking. I did the Mirror Peak trekking. And after finishing the Mirror Peak, I decided to travel through Nepal. And that's when I met you.
Yes. So you said you're here for a trek. So what is your, did you came Nepal just for trekking?
In first place, it was for trekking, but then I was looking on the internet and I was like, Nepal is way more than just trekking. So I want to travel around in Nepal, see some places, and met the local people and find out what is Nepal. And I want to try the food and see the culture, the religions. So, yeah.
Is this your first time in Nepal?
Yes, my first time, yeah.
How long has it been how long have you been in Nepal for
now? I've been here now for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So within this 3 weeks, what have you done in the Nepal? Did you explore a lot of Nepal or what did you do?
Besides the trekking, I didn't see a lot of places yet. I only stayed in Kathmandu to prepare the trekking, and after the trekking, I spent some spa time to relax. But in the trekking, of course, I saw a lot of places in the mountains, the small villages. Met a lot of people, Nepali people, and learn about the Sherpa culture. Yeah. So it was very interesting. It was physically hard, but beside that, it was also very interesting to see the Sherpa culture. And yeah, I have the experience to see how people live in the mountains on that high altitude was a crazy good experience.
So as you said, it's your first time in Nepal and you did hikings. You said it was physically hard too. Can you describe it a bit? What was the main challenges when you were doing your trekking and hiking?
Yeah, the main challenge for me was at some point the high altitude. Like the hiking, I prepared a lot in Holland. I did training and running. But Holland is like this, totally flat. We don't have any mountain. So the high altitude was at some point the most difficult part for me. And actually that began at the altitude of, I think it was 5,000 meters. That was the first time I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little headache. This must be the high altitude. That was the most difficult part for me.
So you said you have also been doing runnings and hikings and everything in your own country, but except for your own country, have you ever did the trekking in other countries? Now you have done experience in Nepal, but except for in Nepal?
Yeah, I had one other experience. Well, I do sometimes the trekking in Europe, in Switzerland, and in Austria. But I did the first big trekking I ever did was in Africa, in Tanzania, and it was Mount Kilimanjaro. Okay. And that was more or less 5,900 meters. And I finished that one. So that's why I was looking for a mountain, which is a little bit higher than Mount Kilimanjaro. And I really had the wish to summit a mountain, just not go to just a base camp or a hiking, but I had the wish to summit mountain. And the Mirror Peak is a mountain you can summit. So that's why I decided to do the Mirror Peak for 6,500 meters.
How did you discover Nepal?
Nepal was in my head for years, actually. But then I was like, am I ready for it or not? And I was so interested in trekking, of course, and the Sherpa culture and see how people live on that high altitude, but also because of the culture in Nepal, the Buddhism, the Hinduism, all these things in Nepal. The monasteries, it got me at some point in Holland, and then I was looking for it for years. And then at some point I was like, yeah, I have to go now. This is the time to go to Nepal and find out what it is. Yes.
So now talking about the differences between your own country and Nepal, because it's a very different country itself. But if you have to talk about, like you have spent 3 weeks in Nepal already. So if you have to talk about differences, what could it be in like few points?
Looking at the country, I already said one thing. Nepal has really high mountains, and Holland is like flat, flat, flat. And beside that, people are very welcoming here in Holland as well, but especially here in Nepal, they are very welcoming, helpful. And what I like here in Nepal is the colors, the rumors on the street, the smell on the street. It's like a little party on the street, and there's so much to do and so much to see. The vibe is really, really good. It gives energy. It's a really energetic vibe here, and that's what I really like.
So you also came in a festive season. Do you see any differences because you came in a festive season?
The first day I arrived in Nepal was on October 12th, and that was a festival day. And I was like, I wasn't aware of it for sure in the beginning. I was like, oh, Kathmandu is not as busy as I thought it would be. And then later, some people told me, yeah, it's festival season. That's why it's so quiet on the streets. And then I started the trekking, and then I came back from the trekking, and then I saw the real Kathmandu with a lot of energy and a lot of things going on in the streets. And this festival was what is going on now. It was
Tihar.
What I saw from that is children going house by house and doing the dancing and singing thing and get candies. And I really like I call it mandalas on the streets. It's wonderful. Yeah.
So did you, except for the hiking and trekking, did you explore Nepal itself in different places?
Actually, Kathmandu, and today I explored Patan. Both are really nice. Yeah. Kathmandu is more chaotic, but I like it in some way. And Patan is a little less crowded, but still there's a lot of energy and a good vibe, and people are super friendly on streets and want to help. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the monasteries. What was really interesting for me actually was the Kumari house.
Oh, Kumari house, yeah.
It was something I've never heard before when I was in Holland. I did some research about Nepal, but for some reason this subject didn't popped up. But it was still, it's super interesting. It fascinates me. The tradition and
the uniqueness.
The uniqueness, exactly. And all those things. Yeah, it's super interesting. It's fascinating how what it is. And actually, I saw her in Kathmandu, and it was great experience. A little bit weird as well, but fascinating. I would say it's fascinating.
So there might be a lot of people who wants to travel Nepal to hiking. To the people who wants to do the hiking, what would you suggest them? Like, what should they do before they do a hike or trekking?
First of all, book it. Book it, because it's so wonderful. The mountains are so beautiful, and it's peaceful for your mind. So book it, and after booking, do some exercises. Try to walk a lot at home, so that you are used to walking. Maybe go to the gym a little bit to get a little bit of strength, and then go to Nepal and enjoy it. Enjoy the trekking.
Yeah. So have you tried the Nepali cuisine? Any cuisine that you like the most?
Yeah, on the trekking, there was the cuisine is most of all is Nepali food. and I really like the dal bhat.
Okay.
Um, it's different in some places. It's different,
Yeah.
but it all has something. So I like it very much, the dal bhat. And what I really like is the momos,
Oh,
steamed or
yeah.
fried. I don't care.
Momo, yeah.
Momos, I can eat it every day.
So now there might be a lot of people who are watching us right now might want to visit Nepal. So what would you tell them? Like what they should do in Nepal, or any ideas, any tips that you want to share to the viewers who want to visit Nepal for the first time?
For the first time, yeah, I would say start in Kathmandu and get the vibe and the energy. And it's also a good place, I think, to settle and to find out Nepal a little bit. If you want, if you're into trekking, then do a trekking. Whatever trekking you choose, it will be nice. The guides are really good. Everything is really well organized. I want to say that as well. That's my experience. Everything is really well organized, so that's really good. I like Patan, and I haven't been there yet, but I really look forward to Chitwan as well.
Yeah.
So I cannot say how it is right now at this moment, but I'm looking forward to go to Chitwan.
So one of the memorable moments till your travel till now, till today's date.
Yeah, it is the summit of the Mirror Peak. Yeah, it was the summit. Yeah, it was really special. It was really hard because you start walking during the night, and then in the morning you are at the summit. So it's really hard to walk in the dark. But the moment you are at the summit, it was wonderful. It was magical. Yeah.
So we are already at the end now. There is a small thing I want you to do. Is this? This is actually a copy where guest whoever visit our podcast would write few things, like few sentence, 1 or 2 sentence, also with their signature.
Okay. Yes, of course.
You can use either pen, or also we have a sign pen, so you can use any sign pen or pens.
Writing the whole book.
That's good. You can write as much as you want. It's all
Okay.
yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And I hope you enjoy rest of your journey in Nepal, and you'll visit Nepal again.
Thank you so
Same
much.
time as we are in the festive season, and wishing you a happy Tihar.
Thank you, for you the same.
Thank you so much. And to all the viewers watching, this is a special episode. So today, which is going to be a Nudaya Binduna and Mahapuja. So wishing you all a happy new year. Newari New Year, Nudaya Binduna. Thank you. Thank you. And happy new year to you too. In Nudaya Binduna.
Nuya.
Daya
Daya.
Binduna.
Pintona.
Which means happy new year in
Happy
Nepali
New Year.
Bhasha. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was
Thank
really
you.
good.